you for the reminder. That's
Thank
what you're all here for, huh? Okay.
I don't miss any of your teachings here.
Share it, and then you go ahead and share the screen. Great. All of you can see the screen now? Yes, no?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
Beautiful. So we'll do first hour or 45 minutes, the mudras. We'll practice the mudras, acupressure. And between that, I will show you the Chandra Namaskar. Then we'll do your, let's see, then we'll do your, let me get it out from here. How do I get out from the full screen? Okay, let it be here. Not this one. Okay. Before you do Ayurveda, mudras, bandhas, kriyas, acupressure, Ayurvedic philosophy, these are all being integrated and totally, slowly got infused with yoga practice, and it became a part of, which is called a yoga as a therapy. The mudras, so we generally call mudras health and healing in your hand. Undoubtedly, unquestionably, mudras improves health. Not even health, mudras have a instant result. And I'll show it to you. I'll show you a few mudras which are so-called, we call it a difficult mudras, and there is nothing called difficult. Every mudras are very, very simple. And I'll give you the concept of what the mudras are. Let's see. Why I'm not getting it the next one? Okay. It doesn't move. So what is the mudras? The whole universe is made of 5 elements. The 5 elements we have, the 5 elements. In the universe, there was a space. Then came the air. Air had a friction caused fire. Fire melted the cloud from water. Water froze into earth. Space, air, fire, water, earth. It's called the 5 elements. They're all represented in our body, also represented in our hand. We'll talk about how it represents your body when you talk about Ayurveda. For the hand, the space is the middle finger. Air is the index finger. Fire is your thumb. Water is your little finger. And earth is your ring finger. Mudra is a spiritual practice. It is primarily a neurophysical connector for the flow of prana to the organ of healing. That means when you are doing the Jnana Mudra or Dhyana Mudra, you are connecting your prana to your mind. Quiets down your mind. I teach the physicians, and physicians all come to the one point, explain to me, show it to me. I'll say, okay, I'll show it to you. I'll explain to you, but you have to do only one thing for me. He said, what? I said, you have to keep on doing it and don't ask many questions. Children do it. This is called a Varun Mudra, touching a little finger. Varun Mudra controls your bladder. A children will say, oh, you cannot go to number 1, you cannot do the bathroom, you cannot press your pinky, press your pinky. It's a spiritual practice. It connects connects your individual consciousness to universal consciousness. So we do the practice of mudra. You can do mudra practice as a standalone practice, or use the mudra practice along with your pranayama practice, asana practice. For example, when I do my asana practice, I use my hand as an Adhi Mudra or Bibaho Mudra. What it does, it relaxes my hand. This is a hand relaxation. And every baby and every children closes hand like this. You keep doing it every single day. Keep doing it like that. You will see your hand will start to get relaxed. When your hand gets relaxed, your whole body starts to get relaxed. So when I'm doing my asana practice, if my hands are free, I use my Adhi Mudra in my asana. So if you want to do a standalone, remember the two primary practices, which is all done for all your practice. Merudanda Achal, that my spine should be straight and manasthir. Here it is. You have seen my chair all the time, a kneeling chair. I'm sitting on a kneeling chair. My Merudanda is straight. By the time Merudanda is straight, my mind quiets down. And it's a very relaxing practice. You use your hand, relax your hand. When you relax your hands will go higher up like this. Your hands will be like this, relaxed hand. Tight hand will be like this. This is your relaxed hand. Relaxed hand, your fingers will go in and out. Hands will turn around. If you can see how my hand is turning around. So this will be the practice you need to do for starting a mudra practice. And mudras has the effect, the instant effect. And it is the opposite side of the body. Generally, people say if I'm doing something for my left side with the right hand, but generally we do both hands mudra. It is generally said that you do a standalone 3 to 30 minutes, 2 to 4 times. Same for the acupressure. People say how long you can do it, about 6 times, or you can do about 30 seconds. And remember one thing, most important thing is if you do a mudra, you put a little pressure during inhalation and let go during exhalation. Like for example, here I am in Untitled Mudra. When I'm breathing in, I'm putting a little pressure between these 2 fingers. Breathing out, I'm letting it go. It essentially becomes an effortless ease, and you do it without even knowing that you are doing it. It's a wonderful practice when you do it. As I said, that the fingers are represented, space in the middle, index, fire, water, earth. There is a different school also in India. In India, remember, yoga is a philosophy. When the philosophy, there is a Jata Mat Tato Path. As many thought you have, as many path you have. So this is one school. Other school starts thumb as a space, air, fire, water, earth. But this is most prevalent. This is space in the middle finger, air. And remember, space and air will create a body type called vata. This is fire and this is water will make a body type called pitta. And water and the earth will a body type called kapha. By the time you know all this stuff, what will happen? You understand the practice of yoga and yoga as a therapy very easily. So you want to keep the 5 elements very healthy. And mudras effects instantly. We have people, this is called your Hridaya Mudra for your heart. Touch your middle finger, ring finger, and thumb. This is called Apana Mudra. Practice it. If you're doing it, do it. Touch it, index finger, or a middle finger, ring finger, and thumb. Apana Mudra, or called Pachan Mudra. Bring your index finger down. This is called a Hridaya Mudra. So if you're having any kind of a heart ailment, any problem, even if you're having any chest pain, do the Hridaya Mudra, even if you before call the 911. Very important. And I'll be showing it to you more and more. It has an instant relief. So before we do this mudras, let's try a couple of little mudras, which you will like to do it and practice with me. First, you need to bring your mind. Remember, manasthir, mind has to quiet down. The component of the mind which quiets down is that we lose our focus. Let me tell you a very interesting thing. A friend of mine told me, he's a photographer. He said, the average attention span for a person to look at a video on a computer screen or a television screen is 28 seconds. This is a research, and I believe it because most of the commercial in the television is only 30 seconds. Because they know they have to give you a message on that, because that is your span of attention. When you are talking, when you're giving a talk in person, average attention is 18 minutes. That's why if you know the talk called a TED Talk, TED Talks are 18 minutes. So the first to bring the focus, say take your both the hands and touch the tip of your fingers. This is called a Hakini Mudra. Hakini Mudra brings a focus. Close your eyes, do this Hakini Mudra, and slowly put it on your lap. You will be listening to me even if I'm not talking. It's an amazing experience in yoga practice. You know, we yogis, sometimes we don't need any language. You know, I've been to all over the world, and I've been to Brazil, I've been to Mexico, I've been to Argentina. They're talking Spanish. I understood everything. I don't understand a single word, but I understood everything. Mind, when it's agitated, you do a called your Shankar Mudra. Two hands. Right hand will wrap around your left thumb. Left hand wrap around your right hand. Touch your index finger and thumb. This will look like your conch shell. This will look like your, let me see if I can show it to you in a better way. This is your conch shell. Oh, you are looking at a small, sorry, I have to show it, sorry. Okay, you know, after that I will stop it and then we'll go, let's go. We'll practice, and I'm going to put myself as a spotlight. This is called Gana Mudra or Dhyana Mudra, touching index finger and thumb. It quiets down your mind, and all the yogis do it during your spiritual practice. Index finger down. This is called your Vayu Mudra. Vayu Mudra controls your Vata. Vata is controlling your pain, neuropsychiatric disorders, and musculoskeletal disorders. Vata is responsible for bones and joints and neuropsychiatric disorder. Touch your middle finger and thumb. This is called Shunya Mudra. Mudra of infinite. This is touching your space element or the fire element. It helps in your hearing. This is called a Pritivi Mudra. Touch your ring finger and thumb. This mudra helps you grounding. This is very good for people with diabetes, very people with a truncal obesity or belly fat. So what we do this mudra with your Kapalbhati Pranayama. You do Kapalbhati Pranayama with this mudra for diabetes and truncal obesity. If you take that finger down, this is called a Surya Mudra. In Surya Mudra, your body heat goes up and it helps in your digestion and pachan. This is very good for reducing your high cholesterol, even high fat, high triglyceride, and is very useful to reducing your stress. Touch your little finger and thumb. This is called a Varun Mudra. Varun Mudra, it helps in your water content. The first water content you do in your body is your bladder function. If you have a problem with the bladder, like you cannot go to the bathroom. I have seen personally, it's a beautiful, I can tell you some stories after stories. Two ladies are in a movie house, both are yoga practitioners, both are yogini. One has to go to the bathroom and there is something going on in the movie, they cannot leave. Other one says, press your pinky, press your pinky, press your pinky, so you will be able to control your bladder. Very, very important concept.
Okay.
Children does it all the time. They say, press your pinky, press your pinky. This is called your Varun Mudra. When you touch your ring finger, little finger and thumb, this is called a Shakti Mudra. It also called a Prana Mudra. It brings your strength, brings your prana in your body. And we do it. We practice Kapalbhati Pranayama with a Shakti Mudra. It is called Apana Mudra, middle finger, ring finger and thumb. It helps in elimination. We talk about Apana Vayu. There are 5 Vayus, like Vata. Udana Vayu, Prana Vayu, Samana Vayu, Apana Vayu, and Vayana Vayu. It helps in all proper elimination of our body. This is called Apana Vayu Mudra, the one I was telling you. Touch your middle finger, ring finger, and thumb. Then you bring your index finger down. This helps to control your cardiopulmonary function. This is a Linga Mudra. Clasp your hand, put your one leg up. It improves your body heat. It increases your body heat. Children will see all the time. Children will put their hand like this when they have a cough, when they have a flame, and they have a little bit of an asthma or respiratory problem. Mudras are always been there. It's called Hakini Mudra. Hakini Mudra is you're contracting your anal sphincter and trying to pull it up. Generally, we do it during our Mula Bandh. Hakini means you're a horse. What is a horse mudra? When a horse has a bowel movement, you will see that anal sphincter contracts and loses, and essentially what it does, it creates a complete cleaning. The horse doesn't need any cleaning, it does. I will come back with show you all the mudras, but let's go for a little bit of an acupressure. Acupressure again is a time tested. This comes from a concept. It's called a marma therapy. Marma therapy is being practiced in India for same period of time as the Vedic time. Remember one thing, both yoga philosophy and Ayurveda came from the Vedas, called Atharva Ved. Rig Ved, Sham Ved, Yajur Ved, Atharva Ved. It's a time-tested empiric science. We call it a health in your hand. And it came to the rishis in the deep meditation. Apply pressure from 30 seconds to 2 minutes, and I'll show it to you how to do it. And also sometimes you do about 6 times, 10 or 15 repetitions. It detects the imbalances and restores the balance. And it is a complementary to other therapies. And I'll show it to you more and more how it works. So if you look at our whole body, the body is just divided into 3 sections. If you look at the lines, here is the lines going through here. Here is the lines. So upper part of this line, this portion, your all the pressure points in the upper part of your hand. In the between this line and this line is in this part of the hand and this part of the foot. There is also pressure point in the foot. I have all my shoes. You know, generally when you do, I show it to you. All my shoes, all my slippers, they have your pressure point, which I use it. So if you look at the organs, that's where organs are all depicted in your hand. So this is the eye point, this is the ear point. Eye point will be here, ear point will be here. So at the end, what you do at the middle is called your pancreas. Pancreas is at the middle, we do at the pancreas. At the medially, this is called testis and ovaries. These are the gonadal point, and we'll come back and show it to you more and more. There's the same thing in the feet. You could acupressure points in the feet. So this is the thyroid and parathyroid. How do you do it? You put it there in the back, and you put your hand in the back and the pressure so that you can put a pressure. Constantly, you can put 30 seconds to 2 minutes, or do it 6 times and do about 10 to 15 times. This is the eye point. Remember, the eye at the inner side. Remember the eye? Eye is here. So if you look at, you put one hand to the back, one hand in the front. So you put a little gentle pressure. It's a acupressure. It's an ear point. The picture, we'll go ahead and do it a little bit more so you'll be able to see it. This is the lung. Lung is on the both sides. So you use the lung here, the left side, and here for the right side. And remember, it affects the opposite side of the body. Heart is only on the left side, and it's only the side. So we do the left hand for the heart. The left hand. Pancreas is a little bit of the further down, but in the middle is your kidneys. This is your pancreas. You do the pancreas point primarily for people with diabetes. Kidney is the middle, and in acupressure practice, after all the acupressure practices, you do your kidney point, because kidney apparently clears up. If all the toxins being removed from your body, they'll be all removed from your kidneys. This is ovary and testis is on the inner side, and your prostate, if you have a prostate problem, somebody asked about a prostate problem, as I said, you do a Kapalbhati Pranayama with a Varun Mudra and do the acupressure in the prostate point. This is for the low back pain, the lumbar area. And again, you have to put your hand here so you understand how to do it. This is a lumbar area. For the low back pain, you do the acupressure here. For whole spine, you do the acupressure along the whole side of your hand. Now, what I will do, just 1 second. End slide, click to exit. Okay, let me come back here. Okay, can all of you see me now? I'm in the spotlight.
Yes.
Everybody can see me. So take your both the hand, touch the tip of your fingers. It is not there, it is not in the list, but this is called a Hakini Mudra. Actually, if you guys want, why don't you guys guess, if somebody's always looking for a book, everything we are doing is in this book. This book came up from all this work. So if you can take the name, Yoga Therapy, Ayurveda, and Western Medicine, it is called The Healthy Convergence. I have written the book. We're available in Amazon. You'll see the picture. I have a picture in the front, a picture of Albert Einstein and your Tagore. Albert Einstein is a scientist and Tagore is a philosopher, and yoga practice is a union between your science and philosophy. All these mudras are here in this book. Hakini Mudra. Shankar Mudra, it quiets if you have anxious minds, 2 hands. Right hand will wrap your left thumb. Left hand will wrap your right hand and touch your index finger and thumb, and this will look like a conch shell. So how easy to do it? I'm going to balance it now. I'm going to the opposite side. So my left hand wraps in your right thumb. Right hand wraps around my left. Touch your index finger and thumb. It is in the opposite of your called conch shell mudra or a Shankar Mudra. Now what happens when you've been practicing for a while, and as you said, how many times, you always ask me, how many times to do it, how often to do it. No, what you need to do, close your eyes. Close your eyes. You can access your body, access your subtle body. Now look at that. My eyes are closed. My eyes are closed. Right hand wraps around your left thumb. Left hand wraps your right thumb. Touch index finger and thumb. This is your Shankar Mudra with my eyes closed. I don't need to open my eyes. Left hand here, my eyes are closed. I can do any mudras with my eyes closed. Either to come to the state when mudras are going to help you. Mudras are going to help you. Dhenu Mudra, it balances both sides of your brain. Very, very important mudra to practice. Both hands, you will be touching opposite fingers. Look at that. Right hand, right index finger touches the left middle finger. Right middle finger touches left index finger. Right ring finger touches the left little finger. And right little finger touches the ring finger. And it touches the thumb. It becomes like an udder of a cow. This is called a Dhenu Mudra or called Shurabhi Mudra. It balances both sides of your brain. You can do it opposite side. You can do it with eyes closed. My eyes are closed. Listen, my eyes are closed. Index touches middle. Middle touches index. Ring finger touches little. Little finger touches ring. Touch your thumb. And this is your Dhenu Mudra. Wonderful practice. Like, okay, now start with your 5 fingers. After that, index finger and thumb. Initially we'll see your fingers will be like this. It's entirely normal. Don't try to push it because it's a relaxation practice. When the relaxation sets in, your fingers will be like this initially, but slowly and slowly, it will open up and drop like this without knowing. And that's the time you will know that your yoga practice is successful. It's not pushing, it's not trying. What yoga practice is called let go. You are holding on to it too much inside your body and mind. Let go, whole yoga will come to you. This is called work in, not work out. Index finger comes down, thumb goes to the top. Practice this is called Vayu Mudra. Controlling the pain. musculoskeletal problems, quieting down your vata. So if you are really a purist, or touch your middle finger and thumb, this will be your Shunya Mudra, Mudra of your empty. Many a time what you need to do, generally we practice, I'm that's showing it to you, but generally we'll do it, we do it sitting down on the ground here. We generally do it in this is the position we do it. I'm bringing up close to you so you can see it. You can see it a little better. So, Shunya Mudra, it helps with your hearing. Because remember the sound travels through your space. This is your Pritivi Mudra, Mudra of your earth, grounding Mudra. Good for your diabetes and truncal obesity, belly fat. And you do this thing with a Kapalbhati Pranayama. I showed it to you last night. When you Kapalbhati Pranayama, you switch over one mudras and other mudras. Varun Mudra, water and the fire. It controls your bladder function and it controls your fluid in the body. It's very good for your skin, very good for your any kind of perfusion. And I have a beautiful story to tell you. I was in Argentina. I was a guest speaker and I was in a hotel. They put me in a hotel. I was in a hotel having breakfast and they speak only Spanish. And there is no English at all. There's absolutely zero English. So I have an interpreter. The interpreter is coming. Interpreter came and she came pressing both the little fingers. She said in English to me, said, I'm looking for a restroom. This thing is not working for me. I need to get a restroom and working. And it just blew up my mind. It is in Argentina. A lady comes and this is not working for me. It is amazing how the experience comes. Touch your ring finger, little finger and thumb. This is your Shakti Mudra. Prana Mudra. Wake up in the morning, you said, I don't feel good, I don't feel. Do the pranayama practice or do the asana practice in a Shakti Mudra. Shakti, strength. Middle finger, ring finger and thumb. Apana Mudra. Downward facing, downward pressure and all the digestives. So it is also called the Pachan Mudra. It helps controlling all the excess in your body. Excess fat, excess sugar, anything in excess in the body, Pachan Mudra. Get index finger down, Pachan, or Apana Vayu Mudra, or called it Hriday Mudra. You will get all these informations and everything will be with you for a record. Or as I said, everything is in my book. In my book, you will see the whole list of all the mudras. Take both the hands, thumb is out, it's called a Linga Mudra. It improves or it increases the heat in your body. So what I was telling you that when you will be seeing this book, this is all the 5 elements, then each mudra is being described and each mudra's function, how to do it. These are all color pictures. And if you're as a teacher, you're going to teach it, all mudras are here. In fact, all the mudras are here. The book, he gave it to you. Then this is a lot more information here. Get this book. This book came from all these teachings we have done to you. There is no end of mudras, but mudras are really called a health in your hand. And just look at a little bit of a acupressure. How do you do a little acupressure practice? Acupressure practice will be, the first one say this is a thyroid point. So put your hand in the back. You have a thumb here. You find the point, and then you are pressing. You're pressing here. And it is both diagnostic and therapeutic. What diagnostic is, if you're pressing it here, and if you feel little pain, the organ is in imbalance. If you keep on doing the pressure a little bit and the pain goes away, that means the organ is going to have a healing quality. It also, when you go a little bit more in Ayurveda, you will see it also has something to do with a Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. You take your hands in the back and you press in between your index finger, middle finger. This is your eye point. To improve your eye function. Come back in between here, between ring finger and little finger. This is called your ear point. Now let me ask you another thing. It is to do with your mudras again. So I'm wearing a ring here. What does it tell you? You're wearing a ring, said you are married. So let's do one practice. I'm sure many of you have done the practice with me before. Put both the hands together. Did it? Drop your middle finger down and drop it down. Drop your middle finger down. All of you have done it? Great. Move your thumb. This is your brothers and sisters. They are going to leave you one day. They're not going to stay with you. Move your index finger. This is your parents, mother and father. They're not also going to live with you. They're going to leave you someday. Move your little finger. This is your brothers and sisters. They're also going to live with you someday. Try to move your ring finger, you won't be able to do it. You are husband and wife and you are stuck. If you can move your ring finger in this posture, you are in big trouble. This is called a Bibaho Mudra. This is the Bibaho Mudra. That's what you are putting the ring on your ring finger. And that's what blew off my mind all the time. How intelligent our rishis were. This is to function some tendons. We know from anatomy. But look at that. My middle finger is down. You won't be able to move your ring finger. Your ring fingers are stuck. Your husband and wife, you're stuck. If anybody can move the ring finger with the middle finger down, please send me a note, or so I will see. No, nobody has done it anyway.
Somebody said great present for Valentine's Day.
Oh, no question about it. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. And this is a Bibaho Mudra for Valentine's Day. In fact, first time I showed this thing during my daughter's wedding. I mean, my daughter's wedding, I was the main speaker, and I showed the Bibaho Mudra, and it cracked everybody. Whole audience was cracked up. Okay, coming back again from your acupressure. This is the lung point. This is a press for your lung. Little bit below your ear point. This is my left hand. This is my heart. Heart is my left side. So generally I put my one hand in the back. So this is my support. This is my support and this is my pressure. if you do this, it's very hard to do it. So have one have support and do it. And it's very relaxing practice.
Is it okay to use these like a pressure things that comes for the pressure, like a wooden thing?
Yeah, I mean, there is a, human being, human mind, market is full of it. There's a pressure point, pressure gauge, a roller, Chinese have done it, all the acupuncture point and everything. But what really it does, it really needs a little pressure when in yogic and Ayurvedic concept, it is movement of your prana. Your prana is moving to the organ of your healing. That's your concept. So if you want to use those gadgets, I have nothing against, but I am totally anti-gadgets. God gave this hand, gave my body, why don't you use it? Body is working fine. Pancreas is just a little bit outside your midpoint. This is a pancreas point. You do it for the diabetic people. Most important, the kidney is in the middle. And kidney, you always do after any acupressure. If you're even doing for thyroid here, after doing a thyroid, we say 30 seconds to 2 minutes, or you do it 6 times. I don't know, many of you, you say in Indian television channel, you will see a person comes up, Pankaj Naram. I don't know if anybody has seen Pankaj Naram. Pankaj Naram comes out with all the acupressure 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then it repeats about 10 to 15 times. That's another school.
Yeah, I don't know if you know, but yeah, Pankaj Naram is no longer there now. So
no longer there now. What happened? Which I don't see any more television. Which
no, he's no more. He died.
What?
Yeah, he's no more. Pankaj Naram is no more.
He died?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Sorry to hear.
Sorry about that. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
No. That's good. Good to know. So, and his wife also is very good Ayurvedic practitioner. What is her name? Usha. I think Usha. No, anyway, thank you for letting me know. Ovaries and testicles is in the middle side of just below your wrist. That is your ovaries and testicle. The other side is your prostate, uterus. On the other side, if you look at the wrist, it's hard to show these things. And once you do that, many a time you may develop a little bit of a cramps in your hand. So if you look at your hand, if you take your hand and this is in between. So see, there is a tendon. If there is a triangle shape in between the triangle, this is for lumbar spine, for your back pain. So hand in the back, head is in the front. Then the hole in between, this is your whole spine, for the spine. So you will have all this information and you'll be practicing. You'll be practicing more and more. And this is almost getting into almost another hour, few minutes. We'll maybe take a few minutes break. Yes, and let me see what are the, go ahead. I'm listening.
When you do the mudras, do you put the pressure, constant pressure, or do pulsating?
I think, there's a lot of schools, but one school, good thought is that you put a little gentle pressure during inhalation when you're breathing in and let it go during breathing out. But very gentle, very subtle way. And all the mudra practices we do with our eyes closed, or breath. And tell you one thing, when you do the mudra practices in a short time, You are in a transcendental state. You have no idea even where you are, even what you are doing. Okay, let me go from the backwards of the, I'm amazed. Very good. You are amazed. That means you are going to look inside yourself. You're going to introspect. You're going to let go. Yes, indeed. Great Valentine's Day present. The acupressure gives immediate relief. It also needs to be done, but yes, it does give immediate relief, but it also needs to be done as a regular practice. Do you press the soft or a bony part of the hand, soft part of your hand? If mind is not calm, and when you start pranayama or meditation, should we still do the Jnana Mudra? Yes. Jnana Mudra and Dhyana Mudra, this is actually, this quiets down your mind. You will see all of our rishis, when they're doing, either do this or they do a call of meditation mudra. It's a Buddha. Meditation mudra, put one hand on the top like this and touch your thumb. Very beautiful mudras, you know. And once you do the mudras, actually I teach mudras to the children. And when you do the mudras in the children, you have been amazed, you know, how do they do? Okay, do you mind to show moon salutation? By God, moon salutation is in big demand now, huh? I believe Bhagavan Ashirvad hand is in Dhyana Mudra. Any comment of that? Yes, Dhyana Mudra is for everybody. Okay, let me show you one Chandra Namaskar. The hitting poses will be taken out from Surya Namaskar. Then, how many Surya Namaskar you will be doing with me? 108 Surya Namaskar today? No, you won't do it, huh? 5 Surya Namaskar in a minute? No. Okay,
as many
we'll
as
do it.
we can do with talking and breathing and doing normal stuff, as many as we can.
Yeah, exactly. That is part of your life, you know. Surya Namaskar. You know, I tell you, you know, I lived with the yogism back home. They wake up in the morning, they do all the morning ritual, they go to the sun, they do a sun salutation, Surya Namaskar, they do a little pranayama, they go to work. Believe me, I'm not exaggerating. Believe me, they don't know anything what they have done. It is like brushing the teeth. I mean, it is so effortless, so spontaneous. They really absolutely don't know. I've seen this yogi. He puts his whole feet behind his neck, and then he's putting his feet behind his standing up. It's fine. So tell him, you know what you need to do. You need to do the balance with the opposite side. And he tries to do it. Now he cannot do it. Now, I will explain to you the differences between, it's the same 12 poses of sun salutation, but the hitting poses are taken out. So the first, as you said, you do is your Prana Asana. And also for whole sun salutation and a moon salutation, you want to do with your breathing. And you want to do it with breathing, and each one has an opposite breathing. If you want to do your, say, you want to do your, let me put me in a full screen here so I can see. If you want to do your breathing, if you start with the breathing in, you'll see you will end up with breathing out. Or if you start doing with a breathing out and breathing in. Another thing we do, this is my east, I do facing east, I do sun salutation facing east. Moon salutation, didn't feel facing west. But for us, what we do, I go alternate. I do one side and the other side. So let's start with, this is, I'm breathing out, Pranama Asana, first one. Breathing in, Hasta Uttanasana, hand raising pose. And then in breathing out, Padahastasana, since it is a very hitting pose, you slowly get into your sitting posture. You're taking out the heating component. Pada Hasta Asana. Asha Sanchalanasana. Next, when you do Asha Sanchalanasana, when you put your left foot to the back, it is hitting, so drop your knee down. You see that this is the changes in sun salutation to moon salutation. You drop your feet down. And then when you do, make it coming down. When you breathe in, you take your hands, take all the hands high up, like a Parvatasana. Drop your hand down, then you put your right foot to the back, knee on the ground, hands will go high up. Then as a cooling practice, you come to a Balasan, child's pose. So drop your hand down slowly and put your head down, you come in a Balasan. From Balasan, you get up into what is called your Bhujangasana. Remember Ashtanga Namaskar to Bhujangasana. From the Bhujangasana, you go back to your Balasan again. From the Balasan, your hand goes high up again. And then your one foot goes in the front, hand is here. It is your modified Asta Sanchalanasana. Hand goes high up again here, the breathing in and breathe out. Right foot comes in the front, hand is on the side, and slowly you get up. Again, same back. Hasta Uttanasana and the Pranamasana. I did it very slowly to show it to you. And if you do with your breathing, you'll start. If you start with the breathing out, you'll end with the breathing in. And if you start with the breathing in, you'll end up with breathing out. And these are all, if you look at it, we have it. I have it in my book, or also you have it in your handout. Let's, if you have any question, you can put it later on.
Yeah,
and go ahead.
Yeah. What is the name of the book?
Name of my book?
Yeah.
It's called Yoga Therapy, Ayurveda, and Western Medicine.
Yoga Therapy, Ayurveda,
and Western Medicine. Or just put down my name, Dilip Sarkar, on Amazon, you'll find it. Okay, take 5 minutes break. Come back, we'll talk about Ayurveda.
Yeah, Dr. Sarkar, just one question.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, the meditation mudra, is it left hand, right hand on top of left hand, or how is it, or right hand on top of left hand?
Beautiful. I have, we've been doing it for so long, we get the same question after question. It's a balancing. The initially is your right hand over your left hand. That was the practicing. But my way of looking at it, if yoga is a samuttam, yoga is a balance, so don't you do both? What difference it makes?
Okay.
You do it, and it's experiential practice, and see what experience you have. But most of the time is that right over the left hand. That is why Buddha does it. All the meditation mudras have done it.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Sarkar. Thank you.
Welcome. Okay, come back again in 5 minutes, huh? We'll just stop the recording here.